If corporations can now be religious, be clear that currently very few are. Most corporations today are atheists, but that might be changing. Now that corporations can get financial breaks because of a declaration of religiousness, there will be a rash of born-again corporations. They can save money that way. Of course, the best choice for a religion for any corporation will be guided by which will save the corporation the most money. Laws require that corporations maximize their profits. This will guide the corporation into choosing the belief system that is most financially beneficial to them. Will that mean that corporations will flock to Scientology? Perhaps they will become Christian Scientists. Or perhaps Islam will be the religion of choice. What are all the different things that a corporation could choose to do to employees if the corporation becomes a fundamentalist Islamic corporation? There are certainly examples overseas for them to emulate. It could make good business sense to do so, even while most of their employees remain Christian. There are religions that are against birth control. Exclude these items from health insurance, and there is a savings. There are religions that do not believe in psychotherapy. Exclude this, and there is another savings. There are religions against violence. So how can these corporations be forced to pay taxes that go toward war? Excluding pork-based products, blood transfusions, and so many more items can save more. Education benefits for women are anathema to some religions. A religion with a strong Protestant worth ethic will imply that paid vacations are actually ungodly and should be abolished, and that children should be made to work from very young ages. These are only some of the benefits of religious exclusions for corporations to reap. For that matter, corporations can simply choose to believe in a whole bunch of religions at once. After all, there are generic Christians who are already a little bit Protestant, a little bit Baptist, a little bit of all the various different branches of Christianity, simply because it takes too much effort to choose one over the others. They really don't care about the differences, and it is easy to be simply a joiner. Perhaps a corporation will choose to be all of Baptist, Methodist, Amish, Jewish, Hindu, Muslim, Scientologist, Buddhist, pagan. Nothing is stopping them. It would certainly maximize the possible deductions and exclusions to increase profits. It would be interesting to find out what exclusions a corporation of the Church of Satan would be able to claim. And there would be a lot of new religions created just to meet the needs of corporations. Supply and demand. When it is seen that inventing new religions will increase profits even more, there will be a lot of new ones created to meet this demand. By saving all that money, the owners' profits will increase their personal wealth. Then they will be able to afford all those goods and services that their employees are not provided with. The owners can afford the birth control, the abortions, the medications, the vaccinations, and the luxuries of life. There is no law that a religious person needs to live up to the tenets of their own religion. There are plenty of religious hypocrites. Being a religious hypocrite for the sake of increased profits is surely a good financial thing. Will corporations need to prove they are actually religious? Will they be required to tithe, donate 10% of their gross income to the church, just like many people in their own churches do? Stockholders would not like that little detail if it should come to pass. What could be the devotional practices of a corporation? A corporation cannot go to church. A corporation cannot take communion or be circumcised. Does a corporation have a soul? Can a corporation go to heaven? Can it burn in hell? What would it mean to kill a corporation? Is that immoral? What about raping a corporation of its assets? Is that a hate crime or just business as usual? I can see a corporation actually being a church. All churches are incorporated. Corporations are incorporated, so they are already almost there. Shouldn't being a church be the test for whether a corporation is religious or not? Becoming a church would also exempt them from paying any taxes. Surely that would please the owners. Every corporation should become its own church, exempt from taxes, able to declare any personal useful hatreds that it finds economically useful. Of course, this would change society enormously. Can you picture all the ways American life will change as this transforms everyday life into a web of all different churches everywhere you go? Most of these churches will not be the one you belong to, But what of it? It is for the benefit of the corporations.